as police move in to the Portland State Library. Noelle, what are you seeing right now?
Well, Angelica, PPB just posted this like a minute ago. This is officers. They are inside of the PSU library. So I'm going to pull this up full so you can see this. PPB posted in this tweet that they attached the video to. They said that they are seeing barricades as they enter the building. You can see in this video right now the moments they enter into one room. There's furniture that they're moving. They said in the tweet that they expected this. They did expect to see barricades, so they are working through them. And this is the latest update from PPB, so this is where they are at right now inside the library, moving through. They say they are doing it very slowly and taking their time, emphasizing safety for all those involved there. And yeah, we can see how they are taking that time with the mission right here. But of course, we'll be tracking. I'm looking at that PPB Alerts Twitter page, Angelica, and I'll let you know if there's any update.
All right, Noelle, thank you. Let's talk more about that because we have Portland Police Chief Bob Day with us right now. We know it's a busy morning for you, so we really appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us.
You bet. Good morning. Thank
Chief,
you.
Can you tell us about what's going on? We can only guess from our vantage point outside and go by the tweets from the Bureau. What's going on right now?
Yeah, so as you know, we've been working closely with Portland State over the last several days. And based upon their request for our assistance and in cooperation with the Portland State University Police Department, we went ahead and made entry into the library. And we are just doing a very kind of slow, methodical, step-by-step approach. We've been providing plenty of warnings. PSU delivered warnings overnight. And we've been giving lots of warnings today, asking folks to come out, and we're just kind of going to take it step by step.
Can you tell us how many officers are inside the library right now?
Not a specific number. I can tell you that, you know, we've marshaled quite a bit of resources today for the Police Bureau. I'm also really appreciative. We have support from neighboring agencies that are helping provide service. We also have, you know, of course, Portland officers on patrol in the city, and we're also working closely with the state police. So we have a number of folks both inside and outside the building. As you've already reported, we have an extensive perimeter set up, gives us a safe area to work, also creates really clear guidelines for people. We're asking folks to stay away from the property, to stay away from the incident, and they could be subject to arrest if they, you know, come past the designated perimeters.
I know we went over the alerts that the Bureau has sent out, but I think it's important to let people know what kind of tools the officers are using here.
Yeah, so as you've already shown in some of your video, we're just taking a very patrol, I would say patrol type response. These are officers that work every day in uniform, and they just have their typical equipment, which would be, you know, their protective gear, their nightsticks, and they're just going through each floor. If they reach an area that's, you know, barricaded to a point that might be necessary to bring in something like a chainsaw or something like that to cut through. I don't know that that's been the case. I can't speak to the specifics of any barricades at this point, but we do have, you know, basic tools that we can use to get through that if needed.
Chief Day, tell us how you think this is going so far. I know you're just kind of getting into it right now, but how do you think this is going and rolling out so far?
Well, I'm hopeful and encouraged at the tenor of things at this point. We continue to make every effort to, you know, have dialogue and create space for people to be able to, you know, voluntarily come out. And we're not rushing this. So at this point, I feel real encouraged, especially the collaboration, working closely with the district attorney's office, working closely with Mayor Wheeler's office, and with the president of Portland State. We continue to remain unified and resolved in our desire to see this occupation ended today and to be able to really get the campus back on its feet moving forward.
I know a lot of people across the country are watching this right now. All eyes are on Portland, especially after the protests of 2020. Talk about some of the changes that the Bureau has made when it comes to their approach to protests and arrests like this.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more that, you know, this really is about the city, about how we want to show up as a community. What are our values, behaviors, expectations of each other? And I'm very empathetic to the fact that many of us have deeply held beliefs And we want to continue to honor and support our First Amendment rights, which Portlanders are so very proud of. At the same time, I think we all clearly recognize that certainly the examples of behaviors we've seen in the last few days are not representative of Portlanders. And the Police Bureau, in response to 20 and 21, have continued to evolve in our tactics and our training. As you may be aware, we brought in an outside consultant that did a very thorough review. We're working closely with all of our other city bureau partners and really increasing our regional cooperation with our law enforcement partners. So I would say the most significant adjustment we've made is in the area of collaboration. And we're also just taking, like I said earlier, a very methodical approach. The tempo is not rushed. It's just intended to be able to, work through this event in a safe manner for everyone.
And I know the Bureau's gotten a lot of criticism for that. A lot of people out there are saying, why didn't they just move in Monday night or Tuesday morning? Why did they wait so long? What would you say to that?
Well, first and foremost, our responsibility in public safety is life safety, and that's for everyone involved. That's for the police officers, that's for the community, that's for anybody who's participating in demonstrations. This event turned from a public order event to a criminal event once they occupied the library. So once it becomes a criminal event, that requires a different type of response in terms of preparation, maybe in terms of resources, in terms of identifying the crimes, etc. So we really felt like we wanted to give everybody significant opportunity to comply with the requirements and the demands of Portland State and to avoid arrest if possible. And we're continuing that today, really trying to emphasize that we're not interested in having to arrest people, but at this point, folks that are not cooperating will be arrested. So we just wanted to take our time and make sure we got it right, because all eyes are on Portland. And I really am proud of the organization, proud of the Police Bureau, and believe that we can demonstrate at a high level for the country how to make these competing interests work for everyone.
It looks like officers right now, we had that live picture up, are expanding the perimeter. Can you tell us if that's happening, why that's happening?
I'm not specific as to whether they're expanding the perimeter or not, but we've intentionally put out, as I said, clear guidelines for folks. And we're also messaging that people that cross those guidelines are subject to arrest. And so I'm hoping that people will abide by the tape and the direction that's being given on scene and limit any of those kind of potential conflicts.
I think regardless of how people feel about this protest, I think everyone agrees that they hope this ends peacefully, that this is the most boring resolution the Portland Police Bureau has had to deal with regarding these protests in the last couple of years. Chief Day, thanks for your time. We'll be checking back in with you. We appreciate it.